Now we are going to start with multiplication of vectors. We have already done addition and subtraction by using triangular law of vector addition, or we can use parallelogram law. But for multiplication and division, division is also a form of multiplication, so we are going to do multiplication of vector. And for this we have two methods. First method is called scalar product. It is called scalar product. As the name suggests, the result of this product is a scalar quantity. That means we are going to multiply two vectors, but in the result we are going to get a scalar quantity. So we can write here that the product of this is a scalar quantity. That means we are going to have to find out the magnitude only. The direction will not be there because it will be a scalar quantity. For example, a scalar quantity we have already studied in junior classes called work. We studied that the formula of work was force into displacement. Now force and displacement both are vector quantity. Force is a vector quantity and displacement is also a vector quantity. And if you remember, there was a dot between them, and you also studied another formula for the same thing as Fs cos theta. Now at that time I told you that these are two formula for the work. This is for this formula we are going to use when both force and displacement are in same direction, and in this formula there will be a theta angle between force and displacement. But actually this is nothing but the scalar product for the work. It is called F. It is said as F dot S. It is a dot product. The scalar product is also called dot product because we represent this multiplication by using a dot. So from now on we have to be very careful what sign of multiplication we are using. A dot means scalar product. That means that the multiplication of force and displacement, which are vector quantities, their product, their dot product will give us work, which is a scalar quantity. And the formula for dot product is, if there are two vector quantities A and B and they are multiplied by scalar product as A dot B, then it will be given as AB cos theta, magnitude of A, magnitude of B cos theta. Or we can simply write it as AB cos theta. We do not need to put magnitudes, this modulus sign every time. Simply writing A will also mean that this is the magnitude of A and this is the magnitude of B, and theta is the angle between vector A and B. So this is your general formula for the dot product. This formula is applied here in the case of work, and that's why we got another formula Fs cos theta, because this is the formula for dot product. So the same thing is applied here. So from here we can also find cos theta. Suppose we need to find cos theta, then it will be same as vector A dot vector B upon AB. So we are going to do several questions on that to understand it further. Also, an important property of this dot product is that it is commutative. That means A dot B is same as B dot A. It is not going to make any difference how we are writing it, how we are multiplying. A dot B will be same as B dot A because the direction here does not matter. The result we are going to get is a magnitude, and for magnitude it does not matter if we are multiplying like this 2 into 3 or we are multiplying 3 into 2. In both the cases the answer will be 6. So this is the general concept of scalar product. Now by this concept we have a very important fundamental problems which we are going to use every now and then, and this is the scalar product of unit vectors. Unit vectors are I cap, j cap and k cap for x axis, y axis and z axis. Now let us take I cap dot I cap. We are having scalar product of I cap with I cap also. Now if this is the x and y axis, this is x and y axis, then I cap will be along x axis, the other I cap will also be along this x axis. This means the angle between both of them is 0 degree. Theta is equal to 0 degree. That means if I apply this formula here, then it will be magnitude of I cap into magnitude of I cap cos theta, or we know the magnitude of unit vector is 1, so it will be 1 cos theta, and theta is 0 degree, so it will be cos 0 degree. Now what is cos 0 degree? It is 1. That means when we are having scalar product of a unit vector with itself, then we are going to get result as 1 because the angle between them is 0 degree. Similarly, j cap dot j cap will also be 1, and k cap dot k cap will also be equal to 1. So these are very important formula for unit vectors. Similarly, we can apply the same concept if we are using scalar product between different unit vector, that is I cap dot j cap. What will be the scalar product of I cap dot j cap? We are going to apply same formula. Magnitude of I cap will be 1, magnitude of j cap will be 1, so that will be 1 only, and cos, and what is the angle between I cap and j cap? It is 90 degree, so it is cos 90 degree. That means it will be equal to 0. So dot product of different unit vectors will be equal to 0. So I cap dot j cap will be 0. Similarly, I cap dot k cap will be 0, and j cap dot k cap will also be equal to 0. So this is another set of formula for unit vector. Both of these sets you should memorize because they will be used in almost every question. So let us do an example. Let us say that we have a vector A equals to 3 I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap, and another vector B which is I cap minus j cap minus k cap. Suppose we have these two vectors and we have to find out their scalar product, their dot product. So solution, A dot B will be equal to AB cos theta. So that means we have to find magnitude of A and B. Or we can use this where we find the magnitude of A. Magnitude of A will be equal to 3 square plus 2 square plus minus 1 square, and similarly we can find magnitude of B, and then we can apply this formula. But here there is no theta given to us, so that means we cannot apply this particular form of dot product. We can simply use these two sets and find the products. So that means all we need to do here for this question is to do algebraic multiplication of these two vectors. So if I am multiplying 3 I cap with I cap, then I cap dot I cap will be equal to 1, and 3 into its magnitude is 1 here, so 3 into 1 is 3. So that means 3 I cap dot I cap will be equal to 3 only. Similarly, now if I do 3 I cap with minus j cap, so since I cap dot j cap is equal to 0, that means 3 I cap into minus j cap will be equal to 0. Similarly, 3 I cap into minus k cap will also be equal to 0 from here. So we do not need to write them. We will go to 2j cap. 2j cap into I cap will be equal to 0. 2j cap into minus j cap. Now this will not be equal to 0 because j cap dot j cap is 1. So 2 into minus 1 will be minus 2, and j cap dot j cap will be equal to 1, so we will get this. Similarly, all other products will be 0 except minus k cap into minus k cap. This will be equal to minus and minus plus 1, so this will be your values that we are going to get, and if you solve them we'll get 2. So now you can see that what we got here is a scalar product. There is no direction attached to it. All the directions of I cap dot I cap, j cap dot j cap, and k cap dot k cap, they became 1, and all we are left with is a scalar quantity. So that's it, why it is called a scalar product. All we get is a scalar quantity and we do not get any direction. Now let us move to the next question. Let us do one more example. We have to prove that there have two vectors are given, I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap, and vector b is 2i cap minus j cap, and we have to prove that these two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so how do we know that if two vectors are perpendicular? Now if let us assume that if a and b are perpendicular, that means that theta between them will be equal to 90 degree. So if a is perpendicular to b, then theta will be equal to 90 degree. That means cos theta should be equal to 0. This means if we if we dot product these two vectors, then if we get answer as 0, then we can say that both of them are perpendicular. A dot b equals to ab cos theta, and since cos theta should come out as 0, then this entire quantity will be 0. So if we get this as a result, 0 as a result, then we can say both of them are perpendicular to each other. So let us multiply them. We'll use the same method, that algebraic multiplication. I cap dot 2 I cap. I cap dot I cap will be 1. 2 into 1 is 2. So it will be 2. I cap dot j cap will be 0. J cap dot I cap will be 0. 2 j cap minus j cap will be equal to minus 2. 3 k cap, there is no k cap in this. That means k cap, we have to multiply k cap with I cap, which will be 0. And k cap dot j cap will also be equal to 0. So all we are going to get is this one only. And this is equal to 0. So that means vector a dot vector b is equal to 0. So we can say that both of these vectors are perpendicular to each other.